Welcome to the next leg of the journey. We have left the Florida Keys and are now headed to Fort Wilderness, the campsites at Disney in Orlando. Joining us on this leg of the trip, Colonel Bob. Colonel Bob, what do you have to say?
Nothing.
They don't call him the best color man in camping for nothing. And of course, continuing with us in the back is Captain Keith.
Hi.
We'll bring you back when we get there. We have made it to the Fort Wilderness Campground in Orlando at Disney. We are in site 230. See, we do have our flag out. Have plenty of room on this site. This is the preferred sites, which are the 100, 200, and 300 loop. You can see on the service side, they have a washdown hose, because I have mine all set up. I did hook up the sewer, since we're going to be here for a few days. There's 30, 50, and 20 electric. That's hooked up. And we also have cable, which we hooked up. In the back of the site, there is a grill. There is a picnic table. You see the back of the rig here. And then on this side, you can see we pulled the chairs out, we put them there. And I don't have the awning out because we have plenty of shade from the trees. And of course, we have some trees and shrubs and stuff over here. I noticed the next site is up there, right? So there's no one back here. So a really nice site, and looking forward to it. What do you think, Captain Keith?
Looking good.
Good looking site. The rig did really well on our drive. So we are ready to enjoy a little R&R here at the Disney Resort. So Fort Wilderness is a really large campground. So to get around and check it out, the Colonel suggested that we rent a golf cart. So here is our unit. Of course, the Colonel is going to direct us. Captain Keith, the auxiliary captain, is in the back.
Rear observation.
Yeah, Rear Admiral. Never know what you're going to see. Here we have a hawk. So here we see some turkeys. There's the tom.
He's a longbeard.
There's the female. So down by the preferred loops, there's a lot of the activities that you can do. So we have Pioneer Hall. We have PJ's Southern Takeout. We have the Trail End Restaurant where we'll be eating tomorrow. We also have Crockett's Tavern. So if you want to hang out with a beer, get a glass of wine, you can do that right there. And they have a food truck. So here you can see June 23rd, the Hoop-de-Doo review starts back up at Pioneer Hall. So the settlement village really has a lot of options for you for eating. There's also a trading post here that's open from 11 to 4 if you need stuff for your camper. Here is the food truck. So that's really cool that they have a food truck there. PJ Southern Takeout, the Crockett Tavern, and Trails End. And also, remember Pioneer Hall's there, and that's where the Hoop-de-Doo review is, and that is restarting. And over there is the trading post.
Next month, right? Restarting next month.
Yeah. So good to see you. What do you think of your first day here at the campground?
It's nice, very nice. Not raining, unlike earlier portions of the trip. And beautiful campsite. Nice golf cart trip.
And now we're walking over to the marina to check it out. This is called Clementine's Beach out here. And the marina area is called Fort Wilderness Landing. Of course, you can see there's the orange boat. Disney Transportation, in addition to the buses, you can also use the boats to come back and forth.
Or you can rent a pontoon boat.
So the pontoon boat rentals, we will be going out on that tomorrow to go do a little fishing. So Captain Key's daughter works on the boats here at Disney. So here is the Tri-Circle D Ranch, and the carriage horses come out of this barn and do their rides. The trail rides are at the front of the campground entrance, but the carriage rides come from back here. Of course, there's always carriage rides that you can do. Hey, we found an arcade. Got a couple games over here. Motorcycle, and they have Miss Pac-Man. So Corey from Traveling Buckeyes found Pac-Man at Disney. We'd like to give you our impressions of the Fort Wilderness Campground. It's located Lake Buena Vista at the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. And Pop, what do you think of the site?
The site was great. The thing about it is they left all these tall pine trees to continue to grow when they built the campsite, so you really feel like you're sitting in a forest. Even though you're close to other campers, there's always trees and space in between. They've really done a nice job on
Every site is level.
level.
We have full hookups, including cable. They wash down the sites before you get there. It's really well maintained. I mean, it is the nicest campground I've ever been in. It's large. So
It's very large.
if you're coming down here, you need bicycles to get around, or what did we get?
We got a golf cart. And had a lot of fun touring around. I was amazed, honestly, at how long the batteries lasted
On the battery.
Because we drove everywhere and the was still fully charged.
So it's a large campground, really large campground with a number of things to do. And of course, you're right next to the Disney parks for the kids. If you don't have a camper, where could they stay?
Well, they have cabins. There's a couple circles that are cabins down here and not camper sites.
Yeah, so there's a whole dedicated area to cabins. So if you kind of like the camping cabin experience, don't want to stay in a hotel nearby, if you're visiting the parks, that's an excellent option. And they're pretty accommodating with the size of those units. You can get a lot of people in them.
Now, they also have tenting campsites.
Yeah.
You could tent down here if you wanted.
Probably want to do that more in the winter than the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of activities right here. We have the Meadows, which is a recreational area with a trading post about in the center of the campground. And do you remember what all was there?
Well, the swimming pool, tennis courts, cafe,
Yeah, and pickleball.
pickleball.
So they had the lines for pickleball, which Keith and I were excited to see. They also have like a splash pad area for little kids, and they have a water slide that goes down into the pool. And the interesting thing about that pool is it's no deeper than 4 feet.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's easy to watch the kids and can help if someone's in trouble or whatever. There is another, and they have like the big outdoor chess or checkers game that you can play, and a playground for the kids. So we're at the Meadows Recreation Center. This is a nice water slide over there. Nice pool. There is the water slide, all kinds of stuff. Here's the little kid area with lots of water splashing around. There's also a snack bar where you can get something to eat.
Ice cream bar is better.
Can it decline?
A little checkers here. So that is the trading post right over there, where they have lots for sale. Of course, here is the mining situation. A little flurry going on here. It looks like they have some kayak rentals over here. Rent fishing gear here. Bike barn.
And the campgrounds, there's multiple laundromats.
They have lots of washers and dryers. You can see line of washers over here, and this is at every comfort station in the campgrounds. These are the dryers. You don't have to worry about quarters or change, because you can use a credit card and select the unit that you're using. So they make it really convenient for you, you know, if you need to do some wash. You don't have to have quarters all the time. And the laundry's open 24 hours, so you can do it at any time.
And bathrooms, shower facilities. There's not just one for everybody. There's like almost every
Loop.
circle, almost every loop has one.
They call them comfort stations, so that's what you'll see them called on the map. But they typically have laundromat in the center, and then male and female bathrooms on the end with showers. And they're controlled, they're locked in the evening at midnight and then unlocked at 6 a.m. But if you have your magic band, it opens the door when you go up there. So it's a good idea to get the magic bands. So here's a comfort station, key controlled with one of these if it's midnight to 6 a.m. You can see they have some nice sinks, urinals, and then a couple of stalls. There's the handicap stall. And then back here is the showers. Of course, they have a changing station for the baby. And you can see at this shower. The showers are nice. And then back here is the handicap unit. And they got a place to hang towels if you want. There's a bench here. Really nice tile work. So very nice. And then from an activities perspective, what can you do here in the campground before you get out of the campground?
Well, they have horse trails, and you go to the carriage rides. They have Clydesdales tugging these carts around. They're just beautiful.
Yeah, they have actually 2 barns here. So the barn up near the front of the entrance when you come in are the trail horses, and they have trails throughout the park that are in the wooded sections where there are no campers, right? So you feel like you're out in the middle of the forest on a trail ride on these horses. And then back at the settlement area, which is the very back end of the park where we are located, there's another barn, and that's where they keep those Clydesdale, the carriage horses.
Carriage horses, yeah.
And you can book those rides, and they have a whole, almost like a map of where they go. They follow these trails, and they come through some of the loops, and just really a nice way to spend an evening. You know,
I love hearing them with the clop,
Yeah.
clop. It's really,
It's nice.
really.
And then over there in the settlement area where the carriages are, there's also a restaurant.
Yeah,
What do you think about the Trails End restaurant?
that was pretty good. What they call skillet meals. We had six of our friends and 6 of our family.
Our family, yeah, we were a group of 6.
Our family group of 6 were there, and we had a good meal and a good time.
So they bring it out in a skillet. It's all you can eat. It includes your drinks and dessert. And in the skillet is brisket, pulled pork, smoked chicken, string beans,
Corn.
potatoes, corn on the cob. They bring
Salad.
and also corn on the cob.
Yeah.
And bacon dressing for that.
Bacon
salad.
dressing, yeah, that was good.
And then the desserts are like these parfaits that you can get either banana, apple, or chocolate
Chocolate mousse. And of course, that's what I had.
Yeah, the chocolate's good. And then the drinks are the normal drinks. I think you could get alcoholic drinks, right?
I don't know, I had iced tea, I'm Sweden.
Yeah, so did I. But it's all you can eat. So if you just want more brisket, you can say just bring more brisket. If you want a whole other, set of everything, you can do that.
The meal came with cornbread.
Oh, yeah, the cornbread was
as
great.
much as you want. So,
Cornbread was good.
yeah.
That meal I think was $29 a person for all you can eat. Now, if you have a season pass or you're an employee, you get 20% off. And my niece, your granddaughter, is an employee, and Keith is a season pass holder. So we were getting 20% off no matter what. It wasn't terribly expensive compared to other restaurants that we would be at home. So that was nice. And then the Pioneer Hall is there where the Hoop-de-Doo Review is put on, and that is a dinner theater show that is really great and funny. It was closed for a while because of COVID. It reopens June 23rd of 2022, so you want to book that ahead of time if you can. And then the marina's down there.
Yes.
So what did we do out of the marina?
We went fishing on the lake. We had one successful fishing trip. Tell you the truth, I'm a trout fisherman. They were the biggest bass I've ever seen, and they were fun to catch.
So we went out. You can go on a 2 or a 4-hour excursion with a guide. We had Captain Roger.
In a pond boat.
In a pontoon boat. They also have bass boats,
Okay.
but we like the pontoon boat because you can move around. They supply the drinks, so the ice cold drinks are on the boat for you. And the first fish I caught was a catfish, and then I caught bass of varying sizes.
Mm-hmm.
We probably caught, in 2 hours, we probably caught 30 bass.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just one after the other.
Yeah, it was action all the time.
So it's-
Somebody had a fish on at one time.
So that's a really good thing to do. If you want something to do, you can put up to, I think, 8 people on those boats. Between 6 and 8
6
people.
and 8, yeah. We had
3.
We had 3.
Yeah, and just a nice way to spend a couple hours or a morning out on the water fishing. So we had a really good time, and you'll see that in a separate video. Hey, if this video helped you, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free. It helps me out a lot. Also ring that bell, you'll be notified every time I put up a new video, and give the video a thumbs up. That helps it reach a wider audience. But more important than all that,
Go have some fun out there.
hey, thanks for watching.